Do you feel like that there's a beauty standard in the music business?
Oh gosh, yeah, huge, massive. You know, there's a certain way that I think women in music have been built up, and there's a certain way that we're expected to look and to act, and you know, even the whole thing about makeup and clothing. It's like I go crazy when I'm going on TV shows or doing interviews where it's like, no, you have to wear blush.
Right.
You have to wear blush. Well, did you put blush on that dude that just went on the show? Because I didn't see any blush on that dude.
It's true.
You know, and I go into TV shows and things like that, and I'm like, just pretend that I'm a dude and then do my makeup like that. You know, it's like, it's the whole thing about the makeup and the clothing, and also, you know, to be viewed, it's almost like we're expected in a lot of ways to be viewed as a sex symbol.
Absolutely.
As something that, you know,
sellable.
we should be, you know, presented as something that someone wants to buy, and that, you know, people should be able to think about, you know, what it would be like to be with us, or to, you know, be pleasing to the eye in that kind of a way. It's absolutely frustrating, and it's terrifying.
Totally.
To think of yourself as that kind of, as a product for someone else's imagination, or even if you are beautiful in that standard, and you have a gorgeous body, and you know, you have the perfect look, it's not really about what counts. It's not really about what matters in people. It's like, the one thing that's always going to be true is that we're always going to get older.
Right.
You know, we're going to get older, and we're not always going to be attractive. We're not always going to be, you know, out there. And the things that matter about us are, how well did we take care of our insides?
Right.
You know, and that's what gets really frustrating sometimes about being a female in the music business. It's like, oh, you put on 5 pounds. That's not okay. You're not going to sell records anymore.
Right.
It's like, it's not about the music.
No.
But I think that we're turning a corner in that too.
Definitely. Is health important to you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know that we were talking earlier about how sugar is really, you know, it's something that is in our entire, you know, it's blown up as something that is good, you know, something you reward yourself with, and a lot of times. And I've had huge issues my entire life with sugar, and with, you know, things that have been sweetened with refined sugar, things like that. It's like, it's affected my health. You know, I'm touring all of the time. I go to different places. Like, I'll even order, you know, I was just saying, I just ordered like a soy latte, and, you know, there's 13 grams of sugar in it. It's crazy. But how sugar actually affects you and affects people is like, if you have a lot of refined sugar, there's so many different health problems that come from it that I've experienced, where, you know, it's like bloating, tiredness, dizziness, and it affects your entire life, you know, affects your personality, and it's mood swings, crazy, you know, and it's I don't know, I think sugar is the devil. Really.
Totally. Well, I guess that's the quintessential sugar hooker question is, are you hooked on sugar?
Yeah, I am. I'm hooked on sugar. You know, it's like, when I have it, it's a drug.
It's a total drug. I go hunting for that stuff.
Yeah.
Are there any causes that are important to you?
Yes, there is. I'm a part of this celebration of music called Music Monday.
Ooh, sounds cool.
And it's all of North America, actually, but it's a celebration of music in schools, and it's the website's musicmonday.com and .ca. Sorry. Is it Music Monday or Music Mondays? musicmonday.ca. And it's a celebration of music in schools, and it's to promote how important music is in programs in schools, and how there's not really enough going on right now. There's like less than 50% of North American schools have
they're just cutting it.
Music. They're cutting it all of the time. So that's really, really important. And also you can go on my site, my website, or there's a link to this site called War Child, which is about going into war-torn communities and helping people build back up what's been torn down in their lives, and with children and with single mothers and things like that. So that's another cause that I'm involved with, and there's going to be a lot more. You know, there's so many issues and things that are going on in the world that, you know, as a musician and someone who can talk to lots of people at once, I think it's a very big responsibility
Totally.
to make some sort of difference if I can.